Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. When we left off last time, over on Zoe's side, she managed to escape Wati Corp headquarters, so hooray! And Damien got in contact with her, said she can crash the night over at his place, so I'm imagining at some point we're going to pop back to that. But in the meantime, we are here with April, who has determined she needs to talk to the Guardian, and to do that, we gotta find Sister Dragon. So, we're following up some leads on that, but first, following our leads is going to take us out of Marcuria. So I want to just wander around here a little bit more, see if anybody else has anything to say. Any other people to talk to. There's Mr. Roper Clax. That was pretty cool running into him. Also, what was this direction? Because it looked like maybe it was different than the other direction. Yeah, where's this taking me? This is taking me to the docks, right? Perhaps? Okay, yeah, so this is... Who's the hooded figure? Oh, is that one of the dark people? We need to go to their library. Yeah, that's one of their ships, isn't it? We were on one of them in the first game. Yeah, that's totally what we need. Let's just backtrack a little bit. Just in case. I want to talk to people again. Clara, Benrime. Tell them what's going on. We don't need to talk to Roper, because he's the one who told us about the docks anyway in the first place. So... Look at this guy, just eyeing the newfangled machinery. So, Benrime, I ran into Roper Clax. I don't know if you remember much about my escapades with him, but...
Perhaps you should begin your search in Old Town.
Yeah, I went there.
Have you heard any other news?
Nothing you do not already know, April.
All right.
I need to run.
Very well.
And there's a fair chance that nobody we talk to is going to have anything new to say, but just in case, I don't want to miss anything if it's there.
I'll be sure to look you up the next time I'm in Marcuria.
Is that really good for the broom to just leave it out there in the snow? Then when you bring it in, isn't it gonna like melt all in there and mess up the tines? Blind Bob, where'd you go? Now, if we're leaving though, because the Alvane guy is coming here. We're gonna have to meet him at some point.
I just don't understand all this fuss about freedom and democracy. What's so different about Marcuria now that the Azadi run things? It smells the same to me.
It's different.
Are you married? My great-grandson runs a tailor shop on the west side. He doesn't know any girls, though he does have a number of young and handsome male friends.
Oh, so yeah, there's maybe something going on there that she's not... What are their thoughts on homosexuality in Arcadia? Does anybody care?
I just don't understand all this fuss about freedom and democracy.
I know, I'm making a lot of inferences there. That might not be the case at all. He might just happen to have a lot of handsome male friends, but it seems like that's perhaps what was being implied by the situation. I wonder if they have hang-ups about this. You know, such as... So many people have had to fight past in Stark, our world, or if they're just like, "Ah, it's cool, you're fine." It'd be kind of nice if they weren't, were a little more accepting of things, but I don't know. They have the racism against the magical here, just as our world has racism, so I don't have too high of hopes.
Why, hello there, Mum. What an absolutely wonderful day to be exploring the city.
Yeah, I think my exploration is a little bit fruitless in that I'm having a feeling that nobody's going to say anything new. But, just in case, I want to see what Clara's up to. Not even there.
Someone lives here. No doubt driven out of their home by the Azadi.
Well, it's probably for the best that she's made herself scarce now that she's got her baby back. And we're not going to be able to get in here. I have a feeling this is... it's part of the game, right? You can walk all the way up here. You can look at this thing. It's gonna...
Solid stuff.
It's gotta have a use
They're
eventually, I'm
magical, too.
feeling.
Completely unbreakable.
So I'm thinking probably we'll end up coming back to it, but we've no reason to go here now. But just the fact of it being here, it's gotta be significant. Alright, I think we should just go down to the docks. I don't think there's anyone else that we would really want to talk to anyhow. Yeah, we'll just go over here and we'll cut through the other entrance to Old Town and go from there to the docks. I think that might be, from here, the most direct route. I think I could talk to all these people, but they're not people I know, and I don't know if they're... I don't really want to take a lot of time to talk to them, and then maybe they don't even have anything new to say. I don't know, maybe I should. We're just gonna move on. We can get to the docks now. It's somewhere we haven't been. I want to see what it's all about. This is such a narrow, twisty city. If technology did improve here and they needed to bring in like cars and stuff, you'd never really be able to get any kind of roadways through here as the buildings are. Oh, look at that. What a charming city. Yep, that floating person is definitely the one we need to talk to. First, though, who else we got down here? How's it going?
The Dolmari have had it especially tough after the Azadi came, seeing how integrated they were in Marcurian society.
I'm only in town for a short visit. I will not stay long. I am better off back home.
Which is very unfortunate that Marcuria has become that way.
I believe that if we only give the Azadi time, they will leave us be. I do not. The Azadi will never leave us be.
She's right.
Our culture is dying in Marcuria. How can anyone stand living here?
Well, it's horrible that your culture is dying, it is. But as for anyone, how anyone can stand living there, I think some of us hold out hope that things can still be turned around, and that Marcuria can be saved. Plus, some people, as we've seen, just suck, and they don't care that the culture is dying and that people are being oppressed and made to live in ghettos.
You don't see a lot of humans in the ghetto these days. I wonder if he's an Azadi spy.
Well, let's talk to him.
The Dark People are amazing. They're collectors, and they have a great library containing every book ever written.
You gonna talk to him about it?
I'd give my right arm and my left to see the fabled library of the Dark People, but they won't let me go with them to their city.
Why not? This is perhaps indicative of my own chances of getting there, although I would think they would remember me from before, no? Hi there, I'm April. I'm the Windbringer and the whatever other titles I had, and April Bondu Ambada, like... I'm a pretty prophesied kind of gal.
Show me a man who reads, and I'll show you a man of reason. Deprive man of literature, and you deprive him of life.
I like books a lot, too. So, who's this fella? He looks interesting.
The captain. He looks a bit too relaxed, seeing as there are still supplies left to be loaded. How are things going?
Most of the supplies are on board. We're missing a few crates of grains and vegetables, a delivery of potions, and some other bits and pieces.
Yeah?
Good. Don't linger too long.
The paperwork's already being processed by the Azadi. Those fools. If only they knew what...
Shh! Not here. I don't think it's a good idea to tempt fate.
I didn't think you believed in that spiritual claptrap, Raven. Fate? Ha! We make our own destiny.
Still, better to be on the safe side. You don't foresee any problems, then?
Everything's in order. This ship's going to the islands. At least according to all the properly stamped and perfectly forged documents.
I'll rest easy only when you've reached safe harbor.
Don't fret. You'll rest easy soon enough.
So his line about fate is interesting, because I do think that in general people forge their own destinies, but I don't know, there's some things too, like there were all the prophecies, and April was, when she talked to the people in the first game, pretty obviously the person who was prophesied. So, prophesied. So, I think destiny's gotta figure in somehow. Not in real life, but, you know, within the world of the game here. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of with her. I tend to be a little superstitious in some things, so with her whole, let's not tempt fate, that's what I'd be feeling too. Just, you know, loose lips sink ships, buddy. Let's not talk about these kind of things until we're totally in the free and clear out on the waters.
We're on schedule, Raven. We should be out of here soon, bound for the Bay of Fire.
Anything else? No, I have a feeling that's gonna
We'll be back
no.
home soon, Raven.
We'll talk to you, Floater, first. Who's this person?
A Samare. I thought they didn't like the ocean. Maybe she's curious.
Her skirt looks almost like a seat on her back. Yeah, it's a skirt, right? Yeah. It's almost skirt saddle. Interesting. Alright, let's talk. Actually, I can get around him, but not to anywhere useful. So.
It's one of the dark people. A dark person. He's probably a shadow god. The captain of that shadow ship.
Right then. So, let's talk.
I seek passage to your city. I wish to visit the library.
We are here to trade and to collect. We do not take on passengers.
I'm April Ryan, though. You may have heard of me. Screw pride, I really need to get to the Dark People's Library. It might come to that. Yeah, I was called a wave, so we should probably mention that.
A long time ago, I sailed on one of your ships, and I met one of your people. He called me a wave.
Not many of your kind would lay claim to such a title.
I got a lot of fancy
I'm
titles.
not laying claim to anything. I'm just telling you what he told me.
If you were a wave, we would grant you passage. But all I see is a human.
Well, that other guy told me I'm a wave.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Come on, you're reasonable.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding.
We cannot. We do not take on passengers. Ever.
You did once. A long time ago, I was given passage on one of your ships.
Then you were fortunate. It does not happen very often.
Listen, I am sister to the White Dragon. I'm part Draic Kin myself. Just
I'd like to
take
ask
me
for
there,
passage
please.
Again.
We do not take on passengers.
Alright, you want me to pay?
I'll pay you good money for passage.
No, he doesn't
We
care.
do not crave money, human.
Kind of thought
Then
not,
what
but
do
had
you
to try it.
want?
We are here to find new additions to our library. Someday it will be complete, and we can sleep. Until then, we travel, and we collect.
How could it ever be complete? People are always writing new books. Oh my gosh, he's gonna want Roper Clax's book. People are always writing new books. So if he says someday it can be complete and they can sleep, like the only way it would be complete is if new books aren't being written. So assuming the Shadow People don't write their own books, then the only way it could be done would be if everyone else were dead. How long do they live? Do they intend to live past every other species? Everyone else slowly dies off, there's no more books being written, and then they can rest? Okay, I'm thinking Roper Clax's book, but
I'd like to ask for passage
let's just
again.
plead.
We do not take on passengers.
I'm desperate. I need to get to your city, to your library. I'm looking for someone.
There are no humans in the city.
I'm not looking for a human.
Rarely is anyone allowed to visit our forest.
Not a human. Someone else. The White Draic Kin.
I know of no such creature.
What?
You should look elsewhere.
I'm gonna go get you Roper Clax's book. That'll change your mind. He said there's only one copy of it in existence.
Visit Roper's spare
us for premium quality potions.
Hey, friend.
Ingredients.
I need a favor.
April Ryan, what can I do for you?
I would really like to read your book. It is one of a kind.
Would you be interested in parting with that book of yours?
Oh, I don't know. It's the last remaining copy, you know.
I do know.
All the other copies spontaneously combusted.
I'm aware of that, but I need something to get me passage on that shadow ship down in Shady Quay.
You believe my book would help with that?
I do.
Maybe. The Dark people collect books, and yours is quite unique. Isn't that so?
It is.
And just think, your book, your autobiography,
Wouldn't you
would
consider
be
it
in the
an
Dark People's
honor to have
Library.
your first published novel become a part of the greatest library in Arcadia.
Yeah.
I would indeed. Wait, I have it right here. I carry it with me always. There you go.
Thank you.
Treat it with care. Don't let it get wet. Don't feed it red meat.
What?
And for the love of the balance, do not hold it upside down when there's a full moon.
Why?
Oh, never again shall I glance upon the top 10 reasons why you should not build a flying castle on page 42 and smile knowing.
Is one of those reasons because a gal from Stark might steal it from you?
But think about it. Thousands of people will get to enjoy your unique outlook on life. Your book will be part of something much, much greater.
You're right. Of course, you're right. Go on, take it away, or I shall become emotional, and when a wizard weeps, the whole world weeps with him. Ah, the humanity, the humanity.
All right. Thank you. I do very much appreciate it, Roper. Also, my Wizardin days are over. Let's look at this
This is
thing.
the only remaining copy of Clax's novel, and if I'm lucky, it won't blow up in my hands.
Yeah, it does seem... how would you feed a book? He might have been joking, but I think probably not. I mean, after all of his other copies did blow up because he had a hex accidentally on one of the pages, so... this is not the way that I meant to go. Don't hold it upside down on a full moon. We should probably pass on these warnings to this shadow person. Dark person. Shadow, what did she call him? Okay, friend. Have I got a book for you? Bet your library doesn't have this. I need to get closer. There. No?
This ought to buy me passage on that shadow ship, I hope.
Alright, let's talk.
You collect books, isn't that right?
We collect all that is written and recorded. Books, scrolls, stones, crystals.
Stones and
history,
crystals too, eh?
Poetry, journals, stories. From the first word to someday, the last. Until our collection is complete, we will continue to travel, to trade, and to collect.
I guess the last existing copy of a rare book would be pretty important to you.
It would be, unless we already possess it.
No, I don't think you have this.
Not this one. Farewell to My Wizardin Days by Rupert F. Clax.
I will speak with my brothers at the library.
What, right this instant?
This is a book we do
Telepathically?
have. We need it for our library. Will you part with it?
For a price?
For a price. I need
Ha.
to get to your city.
Show me the book, so that I can see for myself.
Very well. And then I want passage on your shadow ship.
Very well, human. This book is of value to us. We will grant you passage on our shadow ship.
Alright.
Thank you. When do we leave?
Very soon. We await only the last deliveries from our suppliers. Step aboard.
Thank you very much.
You sure you don't want anything to eat? I can order in.
I'm not very hungry. Thanks, though.
All right. Some coffee, tea.
No, thanks.
Have a nice warm cup of tea.
Have, whiskey.
I'm fine, Damien. Really.
Oh, the audio's all screwed
All
up.
right.
Yeah, he did lend us some of his clothes. Thanks, Damien.
So, what do you think?
I think you shouldn't believe a word of what that man told you. He was trying to get inside your head. There's no proof that anything's happened to Reza.
I hope you're right. If I've come this far and it turns out Reza's...
Stop it. There's nothing to be gained from imagining the worst. He must be very important to you. Reza, I mean.
He's a friend.
He is. Reza was my best friend for so long, and I was totally in love with him. When that feeling went away, I don't love him any less, but it's different now. I don't know what's going on with me. I've lost faith. Not just in him, in everything. School, my friends, my hobbies, my future, Reza. Nothing seems to matter that much anymore. And that's why, when Reza went missing, I knew I had to go after him. Not just because he's my friend, and not just because I love him, but because if I didn't, then who would I be? What would I be? I may not like the Zoe I'm turning into, but I would have hated the Zoe who just abandoned her best friend like that. So, yes, he's very important to me. Of course. And right now, more than anything in the world, I want him to be okay.
Kinda nervous he might not be, but...
So, that man.
Yeah, about that man.
The one in the garden. He acted like he's behind the whole thing. Like he controls Wati Corp.
He said he made that company.
I've heard rumors, but I've never actually believed.
Oh?
I think his name is Alvin Peets.
Peets? The guy who founded Wati?
But that would have been...
He'd be several hundred years old. But, in a way, it still makes sense. It's a sort of urban water cooler legend. Whatever happened to Alvin Peets? No one knows. But there are lots of theories. Some say they've heard he's been kept alive by machines, and that he still controls Water Corp. It's the kind of thing you have a good laugh.
I don't know, that seems like what I saw.
He wasn't just hooked up to a machine, Damien. He looked like he was a machine. At least partly so. And he was just... evil. Sad, pathetic and hateful. He claimed that we were stealing his senses. I think he was actually afraid of me.
He was.
From what you told me earlier, it sounds like he's completely dependent on the wire. The static must be scaring the hell out of him. If he needs the wire to see and hear, he's completely lost without it.
I just don't feel safe anymore. He knew who I was. He's been inside Reza's dreams. He has spies everywhere. Cameras, bots.
Cats.
Don't worry, Zoe. He won't find you here, I promise. I'll check around tomorrow, see if I can dig up any information on Pete's.
I don't know, I'm nervous, Damien. I'm not convinced that
You must be tired.
completely kept anyone
I'm
from
kidding
suspecting you within the company.
I'm sorry. I'm just... Yeah, I am quite tired. I guess I should find a hotel and figure out what to do next. Thanks for the clothes, Damien.
Hey, no, there's no need to find a hotel. You can stay here.
It makes more
If
sense.
you're comfortable with that, I can sleep on the floor.
Oh, you really don't have to.
I know, but you've been through a lot, and you're helping me out, so the least I can do is let you sleep in my bed. That didn't come out right. You know what I mean.
Thanks, Damien. If you're okay with me staying here, I will.
Okay, so, let me get the bed ready for you.
That's okay. I can...
Bit of romance possibly developing here, eh?
Yeah,
He was sitting kind of close to her.
Well, I guess you can give me a hand.
Okay. Yes. Great.
It just makes more
By the
sense for
way,
her to
it's
stay
fine
there,
and
though.
calm when you wake up tomorrow. Don't be alarmed. I have to be at the office quite early.
Oh, that's okay. I'll be fine. I'll just stay here.
Good. Let me find you a sheet and a cover.
If she were to go stay at a hotel, she's going to pay for it somehow, right? And does she just have cash on her, or is she going to have to, like, I don't know, charge it to her bank account or something? I'm paranoid about... She lives in a very high-tech world, so I'm very nervous about the ability of people to track her now that she's kind of on their radar.
This is it, Apostle. The Empire's greatest achievement east of Sadir. A monument to our might and to our faith.
Even in Sadir, there is nothing that can compare to this. Why was it built so tall?
You're asking the wrong man. I don't question the infinite wisdom of the Six. I have absolute faith in their decisions.
Of course, as do we all.
Go right inside, Apostle. The emissary is expecting you.
Okay, so here he is, but April's getting all set to leave.
Diane has escorted me here, to the tower, and he has also shown me some of this strange city.
Go right inside, Apostle. The emissary is expecting you.
Alright. Anything interesting from you?
These young men serve their mistresses well.
It's an honor to have you visit the frontier, Apostle. It's an honor to have you visit the frontier, Apostle.
I hope they all won't have to serve their 6 years in foreign and unfriendly lands.
All about the Sixes, eh?
I hear the Six are planning a visit to Marcuria. I hope it's true.
6 years of service to the Six. Alright, let's see if she says something different to us than she said to April.
She appears to be a woman of high standing.
Yeah?
She is certainly aggressive.
Let's chat with her.
Goodness me, you're a fine strapping lad. If I were 70 years younger, I'd take you dancing, gossip mongers be damned.
Well.
I don't know why these rebellious youngsters have to go and cause you so much trouble. They should settle down and raise families instead.
Goodness.
Oh, stranger, I have a great-great-granddaughter who just turned 16 a week ago. She may not be much to look at, but she has a good heart, and she'd make a stout wife.
And you're gonna try and set her up with some guy who just wandered into town that you don't even know. Alright, we need to go inside, yes.
I should not keep the emissary waiting.
Okay, that answers my question about how far out of bounds we can go.
I hope they all won't have to serve.
Are you hunting down the terrorists? If so, I'm ready to serve under your command, Apostle.
Getting bored just having gate duty here?
Terrorists?
I should not keep the emissary waiting.
Okay, I just wanted to look a little bit over here, that's all. Go talk to this fella. How goes it?
I hope they all won't have to serve.
Most people in Marcuria are happy that we're here to protect them. Except for those filthy magicals, of course.
Now, a lot of people are not happy. I think you're fooling yourself to say most.
Most people...
I hope they all won't have to serve their 6 years in foreign and unfriendly lands.
Also, he says most, but you have to consider, like the lady at the docks was telling us, you know, she doesn't want to be here. A lot of people wouldn't want to live here now. A lot of people probably left because of the Azadi. So maybe most of whom are left are okay with it, but that's not, if you consider the people who called Marcuria home, probably the majority of them are not happy about the Azadi presence.
I hope they all won't have to serve their 6...
Any word from Sadir, Apostle? This is my 3rd winter here and I miss home.
Sounds like, well, he's halfway to serving out his 6 in a foreign and hostile land.
It's good to have you join us here in the goddessless East, Apostle.
I am expected in the emissary's office. I should go inside.
Let's do. Well, it is an impressive view from their gigantic and garish tower. Nice desk.
Apostle Alvane, welcome to Marcuria. Please, join me. We are honored to have you visit us. I trust your journey was comfortable.
It was, mistress. This is an impressive edifice.
The construction is almost complete. We will soon celebrate the inauguration of a permanent Azadi seat in the Northlands. The Six will travel all the way from Sadir to be here for that momentous occasion. But I bore you. You already know this. So, Apostle, I understand that you have been sent here to bring the word of the goddess to the Scorpion.
I have. He's responsible for the death of many trueborn here in the north.
Indeed. And I surmise the Six no longer have faith that we will find him and kill him ourselves.
I am only here to assist in your efforts, mistress. I do not intend to challenge the authority and expertise of your commanders.
I see. Well, we should be grateful that an apostle will lend his sword to the task. These terrorists, they have become more than a nuisance. They stand in the way of technological progress and spiritual enlightenment. They are only making it worse for the people they claim
No,
to
the
protect.
Azadi are making it worse,
After
but...
all, we wish only for these heathens to be bathed in the purifying light of the goddess, and to receive passage to paradise. Instead, those bothersome few make life miserable for everyone. They seek liberty and democracy, but what we have given them is so much greater than that. Without us, they would not even have the city. We have given them peace, prosperity, and progress. What more could they ask for?
Self-governance?
Yes, mistress.
So where do you intend to start looking? If you wish, I can lend you the services of my men.
Thank you, emissary. I will require only a few men, but not yet. I have a few leads to follow first.
Just do what you must to stamp out the fire before it spreads too wide. I will have no more delays to the construction of the tower. Our schedule must be upheld, or there will be grave consequences for everyone.
I will do everything in my power to bring the Scorpion to justice, mistress.
Good. You may leave me, Apostle. I will see you again soon.
Who's this fella?
Commander Vamon.
Apostle Alvane. What's brought you out of your sanctuary?
I was sent here.
A mission.
A mission? I see. It must be quite a mission for the Council to have sent you all the way from Sadir. After all, it's not like we don't already have many fine officers and agents here in Marcuria. So, who do they want you to kill this time? Anyone I should know about?
I'll tell you if you need to know.
My
Settle
mission is
down.
a matter of confidence between myself and the emissary commander.
Don't insult me, Alvane. I have the emissary's ear and our utmost confidence. We're not in Sadir. Things are done differently here.
Yeah?
Commander.
She's like, don't
Forgive
talk to
me,
him
mistress.
like that.
Did I speak out of order?
The Apostle is here at the behest of the Six. We would do well to treat him with respect.
Of course. And he's most welcome to our little outpost of the Empire.
Yeah.
He was just leaving. Thank you, Apostle. May the light of the goddess illuminate your path.
Thank you, emissary.
So why is this guy so resentful of our presence
Commander.
here?
Apostle. Mistress.
She's gonna get ready to chew that guy out.
What do you make of this, Alvane? You served with him in
why not?
Sadir, did you not?
I did, mistress. Alvane is a brilliant swordsman and a loyal servant to the Six.
Spare me your politics, Commander. We are alone.
I don't trust him. He's risen through the ranks much too quickly. He has connections.
To who?
Someone inside the Sixth Circle holds his hand.
I believe so. His skill with the sword is better than adequate. But his standing in the court is unprecedented for a man of his caste.
Yes. He is young, is he not?
Too young. And he has no family, no blood.
Ah. Now I see why you dislike him so much.
My pardons, mistress. But his lineage is not all that I distrust. He has strange friends, and his virtuousness is galling. Why this sudden interest in Apostle Alvane?
Well, because
The
he's
Six
here.
have sent him here without consulting me, which is worrying. I wonder what this could possibly mean. Also, the Apostle appears soft-hearted. He has never been this far from home. If he begins to empathize with these heathens...
Ooh, and I think he will.
I understand. What would you have me do?
I want to have him followed. Make sure he does not get distracted from his mission.
As you wish, mistress.
That is all, Commander. You may go.
Thank you, Mistress. The Apostle will never stray far from my sight. I can assure you of that.
Ooh. Destiny. This is where the shadow people live? I like the trees. Oh, do they live in the trees? That looks like a tunnel into the tree.
You honor us with your presence.
Thank you.
Your wave has crossed many oceans and carried our vessels far abroad.
Thank you. So you know who I am? The Shadow Guy didn't.
Yeah.
It is curious. We share a common memory.
Yeah?
And our thoughts are as one. He should have known.
That is strange.
Maybe he was simply confused. Maybe his eyes were blinded. Maybe.
That's fine. I'm here now. So this is your fabled city. It's stunning.
It is, but it seems like...
It is one city. It never ceases to move. It flows at the will of the cosmos, at the mercy of waves and currents. You have come to see the White of the Kin.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Why is she here, with you?
It is not for us to know the mind of the Draic Kin. You may ask her that question yourself. Come. She is in the library.
Will do, but don't you think we should investigate what's going on with this captain and why he didn't recognize me if your thoughts are all as one and you have a collective memory? Like, that seems really... That's nagging at me. There's got to be something significant about that. He's just like, it's curious. No, it's... I don't know, it strikes me as somehow ominous. Alright, which way are we going? Up there? In a minute, hang on. I really like these pathways through the trees. So, where's this going? Oh, this is just another dock. So, probably nothing we can do here, but... So is the little girl who says, save April Ryan, is that little sister dragon? I can't believe this is the first time I've thought of that possibility, but that would make sense. Except we're gonna meet her here. I want to live in a gigantic tree.
Follow me. Follow me.
It's lovely. This feels like one of the areas in Dark Souls. Walking through trees a lot like this. I like those kinds of environments.
Please be quiet. We are resting.
Okay. I was gonna be quiet anyhow, it's a library, but... Ooh, that's how they sleep, eh? I don't know, now we're almost feeling kind of like Ocarina of Timey inside the Deku Tree. Mystical music and lighting. Yeah, I will. This is a really cool area. Oh, and here's the library. It's underwater?
Follow me.
Who's making the noise? Is that Sister Dragon?
These trees reach deep underwater. Probably much, much further down than they reach up.
Yeah? Because they reach a very long way
There's no
up.
glass in those windows. It's a magical force field.
Which would make me nervous. What happens if the magic ever fails? It'll flood in and ruin all the books.
There are texts in every language and on every kind of material. Stone tablets, woven cloth, parchments, inscribed crystals, but mostly books. Someone's been reading. A lot. Someone's been reading. A lot. Someone's been reading. A lot.
Sister Dragon. Can we see anything with this window? Yeah.
There's no glass in those windows.
Same thing.
It's
Am I done following you?
I've never been able to distinguish one dark person from another. And I'm not even sure it's possible.
They can probably tell. Well, surely they can tell within themselves. They have a collective memory and just access that to remember who's who.
This is our library.
It's enormous.
It is as ancient as we are, as old as the first civilization.
Are you guys the first civilization?
We have collected every word ever written. There is no other library like it.
And you've only collected what others have written?
We do not create. We collect, we record, and we store. It is left for others to trap words between sheets of paper. We do not often allow visitors into our city, but if you have a purpose here, then you are welcome.
I guess I have a purpose, though I'm not sure what it is yet.
The greater the purpose, the harder it is to understand and to accept. I shall go to the White of the Kin and tell her that you are here. The library is yours to peruse in the meantime.
Excellent. Well then, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back and next time we shall peruse the library and meet up with our sister. I'm really excited to talk to her. Is she going to feel any kind of family connection to us? Or is she just going to be like, oh yeah, so we happen to share a dragon mother, but neither of us really knew her. And you're really pretty much just human. Can't shift anymore, so meh. Or is she going to be like, hey sis, I'm excited to see how it goes.